Hey friends, what's up? Karibuni tena sana to my YouTube channel. It's Steph. If you're new here, welcome to the family and thank you so much for joining me. I'm the mother of the friends. You know the vibes already. Whew, long time no see. But anyways, as you guys can see from the title of the video, this had to be said because baby, bitches is mad. Bling bling bling.
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
Anyways, so where do I even start? This video was actually inspired by some events that happened to me. An event actually, not even an occurrence that happened to me it should be a few weeks ago. And I also saw Sharon Mundia talk about this one time on her Insta stories. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, I started content creation I started content creation about a year ago and some few months. Now it's been some few months. We're almost at 2 years next year, you know. So thank you so much for everyone who's been showing me love and support. I really appreciate it. And as a content creator, there are so many things that I've learned about content creation and also things that I didn't know even about myself. When I think of content creation, I think of there's the content creator who's like in the middle of the scale, and then we receive, you know, from both ends of the spectrum. And what I mean is like we both receive love and hate. So for all of you who, you know, show some love, those people who comment, those people who DM us, you know, saying, hey girl, I love your content, you know, sending some likes and love, you guys are the best. Like, it usually means so much. You don't know how such a short message can like uplift a creative who's probably struggling in the pits. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. But then there's also the people who are on the other side, the heroes, you know, the people who do not want to see you prosper. And I think I am here to talk about maybe both sides. So yeah, now before I even continue, I wanted to share with you a screenshot I had taken from a content creator in the UK. And I'm probably gonna put the post here for you guys to see. She's called Zana, and I know Zana is like a British content creator, and she does a lot of fitness, you know, things like that, and I think travel as well. And she said, please don't forget that the accounts you follow online have actual human beings behind them. It's accepted in the industry that hate is just part of the job. We are told that we have to grow a thick skin and learn to cope with it. The reality is that many of us started in this career years ago or even months ago, and none of us knew that this was going to happen down the line. We just wanted to create a space on the internet where we could talk about things we are passionate about. Now, before I even continue reading the rest, oh good child, let me switch off my sound. For me, I can't say I have received like as much hate. Of course, there are those people who just say some, you know, some comments and you're left there like, I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, we don't do that type of shit.
Come sit down, I rap, I cut for you.
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. I don't know how y'all do shit where you from, but let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we don't do shit like that.
Okay, you know, you're just like, hey, you know. And I remember for me, I used to take it so personally in the beginning, friends. Let me tell you, I remember I had just started content creation, and I used to have a Twitter account, but it's the same one that I use, but it wasn't like, I wasn't necessarily using it for anything. I was just using it to like follow up on news and, you know, the tea. So I remember when I actually started posting, the comments that I used to receive, the retweets that I used to get sometimes used to irk me so much. So I remember there's this one time, and it was this particular username that kept on coming back and back and back. And I remember it got to me so much that I even took a screenshot and I put it on my Instagram, and I said, I even looked for the password, and and then my sister was like, okay sweetie, rest, you know, rest. You don't need to be going this far. You don't need to be giving such people airtime, or even just the time of your time, your energy. Don't engage, don't interact. But as much as we are told to get a thick skin and, you know, utazoea, it's all part of the job to some extent, as that caption I've read for you guys. Content creators are human. I am human. So as much as sometimes we choose to ignore and bite our tongues and still remain cordial and kind to everyone, sometimes these things affect people. And I know, because I've talked with other creatives, and I know that sometimes people deal with them or deal with the whole situation very differently. So for me, I don't even want to get into the details of what happened, because child, that's a whole other story time. But a few weeks ago, some babe came into my DM, and even before I even get into the details, this is something I've always wanted to say. Now, as content creators, if you put your work out there, of course, you know, it is not your job to please everyone, and I don't think it is any content creator gets into the space of I'm trying to please everyone. You know, you'll find your audience, and you'll find your niche, and you'll find your people. You're gonna find your friends, and they're gonna stick, you know, they're gonna stick with you and grow with you. But I think at the same time, there are people who come to us, you know, we receive comments and we receive DMs, or I receive comments and I receive DMs of people who maybe they're not happy with this and that, and it's okay. It is healthy to receive criticism, but there's those people who come to you with, you know, it is according to them, it is criticism, but I'm telling you, it is just, yeah, it has a lot of malice, it has a lot of bad intent. You know, if you want to give someone criticism, fine, so long as it is constructive. If you're going to tell someone something and it's like, what the hell we gonna do now, like sasa hapo umesaidia nani, you get. So, and I'm so sure and I'm positive that if you're not happy with something and you'd like to tell a creative or whoever it is, there's a way you can say it. Tamara Mori is always saying how it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. You get the way you deliver a message, the way your tone, the language you use. It's like, girl, what are you trying to do? So for me, I got a DM, and it was like from this lady, and she was like, the way she came up, the way she approached me was okay in the message, and so the DM was just her telling me that there's something she'd want us to have a conversation about, because she's not happy about something I was doing. Now, whatever she was not happy about me doing, according to her, let's get that straight, according to her, she was accusing me of something that I hadn't done, guys. And let me tell you, even the funny thing is that, you see, even before I had seen her, even before, when I saw her message, I replied, and I was like, you know, I've just seen your message, what's up? And even before she replied, I went to her stories, and you know, now another thing I've come to learn is that people are only brave online. So this baby is there saying, oh, you know, this influencer, K. So you see, for me, I was like, why are you already doing all this without having approached me first? You get, it's like she made herself judge, jury, prosecutor, everything, and then now apparently she's coming to me to ask about my side of the story, while really she has already, you know, she's already made up her mind about things. And then that's another thing, people who are always like, this influencer, I won't even mention her name because I don't want to be, sorry to digress, friends, but I have had a personal encounter with someone, and to be honest, as I said, just is mad. Like, people can just be pressed for the smallest of things. And yeah, so I remember this babe, and this was early this year, friends, and this babe was on her Twitter shouting from the rooftops how sijui I have done what. And then the funny thing, guys, they don't mention you, they don't at you, they don't, you know, they don't do all these things. They'll just be like, you know, hinting, throwing jabs at you. And then we opened for spring semester, friends. We shared two classes with this babe. This babe was screaming, oh, this, all that. And sijui I had done what, which of course, it was all a lie. It was all a lie, guys. She lied. And in person, for those two classes, she never said a single word to me. She had the opportunity, guys. I remember this one time, I had gone to the loo right before class ended, and then as I was leaving, I met one of my friends, and she was coming out with my stuff, and she was like, I have to take your stuff because they needed to lock the class, blah blah blah. And I was like, it's okay, cool, just put for me there as I finish, you know, washing my hands and stuff. So my friend goes to the loo, and I'm there, you know, attending to my bag. Then I take my bag to leave, and then so in this stalls, it's like there's like the first door and then the second door. So there are like 2 doors to enter. So for me, I am getting out, I am pulling it, and she's pushing the other one to get in. So we met in that middle space. And let me tell you, friends, the way that Babes did that 360, you'd have always thought she'd seen a ghost or something. You get, and I think that's when it hit me. People are only brave online. Half of the negative things that you see online, people say about other people, they would, even if they were given a chance, even if they were like reporting live for, you know, what is it that you had to say, these babes would be mutes. So that's another thing, this issue of I'm not trying to act Sejuike, I don't want beef, and then when someone comes for you, it's like, you know. So yeah, so this babe, anyways, to cut the long story short, she was just accusing me of something, and I was trying to have a conversation with her, and she was so hell-bent on, you know, it's almost as if you're talking to a wall. Someone has come to ask for your side of the story, but in their mind, they have already made up their mind. Let me tell you guys, the day I give you this story time, whoa, yo. So it reached a point where I was just like, it doesn't even make any sense. Why am I having to explain myself to someone who clearly seems like she's already made up her mind? So I don't know why she's even bothering, you know, to get my side of the story, because it's bloody pointless. And so at the end of the conversation, I was just like, okay babes, it's like this. And let me tell you, friends, throughout all these funny encounters, I still try to I am usually I wish I could show you screenshots, but I'm usually very kind, very professional. I bite my tongue. Look babes, someone is coming at you with some weird, you know, passive aggression, and it's like, okay, and then I'm just there like, thank you so much for reaching out, I appreciate it. And then I told her everything that I needed to tell her, because I was like, baby girl, know this, know that, you know. I told her how exactly it was, and then at the end I said again, thank you so much for reaching out, I appreciate it. How is it that this babe, the babes, these are the babes, yeah, she went and she grabbed the conversation to thank you so much for reaching out, and then she goes like, so guys, I already, you know, had a conversation with the babes, and you know, I love a happy ending, so it almost made it look like I was admitting to. Long story short, if you're going to post something, you know, you might as well post the whole screenshot. So now I'm going to continue reading the rest of the caption, and it says, now don't get me wrong, this isn't me complaining, far from it. I've developed coping mechanisms. I love my job, and I'm going to keep sharing content long into the future. But inspired by so and so's, you know, recent post, I wanted to set some boundaries and remind you guys that this is my little online space, and you don't have to be here. You know, no one is holding a gun to your neck to be on that creatives channel or to be on that influencers page so pressed about things, you know. And she says, if you hate follow me, you're only triggering yourself. Do yourself a favor and just remove me from your feed. Ultimately, it is impossible for creators to please everyone online, and we know that. We don't expect to, but just the notion of, if anything, please just be kind. You don't know, honestly, you guys will only see like this 15 minutes of the video, or however long a video is, but you don't know what went, you know, behind the scenes and everything that went down for this to even, you know. Yeah, so yeah. And she said, yeah, but the notion of if you can be anything, be kind, seems to have dissipated real fast. Let's not forget it. Hashtag be kind. My main point of this long ass video, but I'll try and make it short, is one, this is to all my creator friends. If you want to come into this content creation space, you know, it's a beautiful space. People join it for different reasons, you know, but I know for like a strong majority, it's mainly because you want to like build a small community. You know, you just want to build a community, and it's around, you know, things that you're passionate about, and it's okay. Or for whatever reason you choose to join, just know that one, not everyone will like you, and that's okay. That's life, you know. That's just a stage, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. And two, I would also remind like all content creators, whatever content it is that you're creating, I think it is in our best interest, and even those of us who engage with people's content that we create some community guidelines. You know, for me, I don't usually say this often, but you said thing nasty, your comment gets deleted and you get blocked. Block Instagram, block Facebook, block up, period. We don't even engage, and that's on that. You know, so that's that. If you have something to say, choose your words wisely, you know, correct tone. Come to someone the way you'd like them to come to you, you know. So yeah, not just with you shouting from the rooftops about God knows what, you know. As I've also said, it's not what you say, actually, it's just how you say it. You can come and tell someone, I don't appreciate this, and it will be taken in good faith because of the way you said it. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then lastly, engage with people's content. It always means a lot. And also just be kind. Like, just be kind, you know, it doesn't really cost you much. So yeah, but anyways, we are done with all the sad, not sad, but these are things that just had to be said. You know, as much as we are told, oh, you gotta have a thick skin, I want you guys to remember that these people who have thick skins are also human. Some things get to them, people cope with things differently, but in short, just be kind, okay? Yeah, but anyways, can we also get into this hair and face beads? The beads is looking stunning. What? Stunning. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I really want us to hit 10k by the end of this year, so please go call your friends from God knows where, you know what I mean, and bring them on here, and we're gonna show each other some loving. Yeah, until next time guys, I love you. Mwah. Bye bye.
I love you.